Breaking news! There's a lot of buzz around the Falcons and Raiders as their big matchup gets closer. Fans are already debating who will come out on top. Drop your score predictions in the comments and don't forget to hit that like button. Let's dive into the latest updates. First, the Falcons are dealing with some big losses. Two key players have been officially ruled out of Monday's game: linebacker Troy Anderson and rookie wide receiver Casey Washington. Troy Anderson. He's been struggling with a knee injury ever since Week 4 against the Saints. While he did play in the loss to the Vikings, he'll now miss another important game. Casey Washington. The rookie is still recovering from a concussion he got in Week 11 against the Broncos. Even though he briefly returned against the Chargers, he's still in the concussion protocol and hasn't been able to suit up since. While Washington hasn't made a huge impact yet, his work on special teams and growing connection with rookie quarterback Michael Penix Jr. will be missed. But wait, there's more injury news. Rookie defensive tackle Rook Orhororo is listed as questionable with an ankle injury. The good news? He practiced fully on Friday, so there's a chance he'll play. The Falcons really need him to help stop the Raiders' strong running game. And here's a twist. The Raiders are also facing a big blow. They'll be without their best player. Stay tuned. Things are getting intense. Now, here's a big twist for Monday's game. The Raiders will be without one of the league's most dangerous defenders, Max Crosby. Crosby is a game changer. He has racked up 60 sacks in less than 6 seasons and is responsible for 26% of the Raiders' sacks this year. Without him, the Falcons' offense breathes a sigh of relief. Before Crosby's injury, the biggest mismatch was him going up against Caleb McGarry, who's had a tough time protecting the quarterback. But now, the pocket should be much cleaner for Falcons quarterback Kirk Cousins. This couldn't come at a better time. Cousins has been under huge pressure during the Falcons' 4-game losing streak. His numbers: 0 touchdowns and 8 interceptions in the last 4 weeks. Definitely not what you'd expect from a quarterback on a $180 million contract. But with Crosby out, Cousins has no excuses. Monday night is his chance to bounce back. The Falcons' offensive line has the advantage and the weapons are ready. It's all about execution now. If Cousins stays calm, avoids turnovers, and takes his time in the pocket, this is Atlanta's game to lose. And let's not forget, there's a lot at stake here. The Falcons are currently 6-7, barely holding on in the NFC South. But with Tampa Bay playing the Chargers this week, Atlanta has a golden opportunity to move back into first place in the division. Of course, that can only happen if they handle their business against the Raiders. Head coach Raheem put it best: every game from here on out is like a playoff game. Now, let's get to some bold predictions. The Falcons' offensive line allows 0 sacks. Without Max Crosby, the Raiders' pass rush is nowhere near as dangerous. The Falcons' O-line has no excuses. If they protect Cousins, the offense can shine. The Falcons' defense will dominate with 3 interceptions. This defense has the potential to step up in a big way and create game-changing moments. Monday night could be the turning point for Atlanta. Let's see if they rise to the challenge. The Raiders' quarterback situation is a mess right now. Aiden O'Connell is hurt, and if he can't play, we might see Desmond Ridder facing his old team. Either way, the Falcons' secondary should have plenty of chances to make big plays. After weeks of frustration, I believe they'll finally come through with a turnover-heavy performance in prime time. Now I'm making a bold prediction: the Falcons will win this game by their biggest margin of the season. The Raiders haven't won a game since late September and are struggling with injuries. Atlanta has more talent, more motivation, and absolutely needs this win to keep their playoff hopes alive. I'm calling for a blowout win, something in the range of 20 points or more. Falcons fans, this game is a turning point for the season. Kirk Cousins has the perfect chance to get back on track. The offensive line should dominate, and the defense has a chance to feast on the Raiders' struggles. But I want to know what you think. Can Cousins shake off his slump and deliver a huge win on Monday night? Will the Falcons' defense step up and take advantage of the Raiders' troubles? Do you believe Atlanta can still win the NFC South? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Oh, and did you hear this? Desmond Ridder, the Falcons' former third-round pick, could be starting for the Raiders against us this Monday night. Talk about drama. With Aiden O'Connell nursing a knee injury, reports say it's unlikely he'll play. So Ridder could get the call, and he's been saying all the right things in interviews this week. But here's the question. Is there more to it? In a recent interview, Desmond Ridder seemed calm and collected about the chance to face his former team. He said, "God works in mysterious ways. Whether I play or don't play, I'm just excited and blessed to step on the field and play the game I love." Sounds humble, right? But let's be real, Falcons fans. When a player faces the team that let them go, there's always that extra fire, that added motivation to show what they're really made of. And with Monday Night Football shining down on him, you can bet Ridder is pumped to put on a show. Now let's break it down. Ridder hasn't played much this year, only 4 games for the Raiders, with 239 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions. Not exactly eye-popping stats, right? But here's the thing, Ridder's been staying ready. He said, "It doesn't matter if it's against the Falcons, the Titans, whoever. Any opportunity I get, I'm going to show what I can do." You've got to respect that mindset. On the Falcons side, they're preparing for Ridder, but defensive coordinator Jimmy Lake isn't overthinking it. He said, "We know him, but it's a different scheme. I don't think it's a huge advantage at all." In other words, Lake isn't worried about Ridder being a secret weapon just because he's familiar with the Falcons system. But still, familiarity can play a role in these types of games, and it'll be interesting to see how it all unfolds. Here's where things get really spicy. The Falcons are 4.5-point favorites heading into this game, but we can't forget we're on a 4-game losing streak. This isn't just another game. It's a must-win if we want to stay in the NFC South race and keep our playoff hopes alive. Now imagine this. Ridder, the quarterback the Falcons let go, comes in and puts on a show and ruins our postseason dreams. That would be the definition of football drama, wouldn't it? But let's be fair, Desmond Ridder's departure from Atlanta wasn't exactly smooth. After starting 17 games for the Falcons, the team decided to move on, and Ridder ended up on the Arizona Cardinals practice squad. Who would have thought he'd be back as a starting quarterback this season, especially against us? It's almost as if fate had this written out from the start. Ridder has said he's ready for this moment. As a backup, you've got to prepare like you're the starter, he explained. It doesn't matter if it's the first play or the 70th play. You've got to be ready for anything. He's been putting in the work, taking mental reps when he wasn't on the field. Now, with O'Connell missing practice, Ridder's getting those first-team reps and is more ready than ever. The guy's got a chip on his shoulder, and when a quarterback has something to prove, anything can happen. Let's not sugarcoat it. This is a revenge game for Ridder, whether he admits it or not. This is personal for him. The Falcons gave up on him, and Monday night is his chance to say, "You made a mistake." On the other hand, the Falcons' defense can't let him get comfortable. We need to pressure him, force mistakes, and show that moving on from Ridder was the right call. So, here's the big question for you Falcons fans. Will Ridder come out swinging and make us regret letting him go? or will the Falcons' defense rise to the occasion and shut him down? I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Are you worried about Ritter lighting us up, or do you trust our team to handle business? And before you go, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss the latest Falcons news. Let's see how this revenge story unfolds on Monday night. Go Falcons!